For the given functions f and g, find the requested function and state its domain. We're given f of x equals 2 minus 9x and g of x equals negative 7x plus 9. Find f plus g. So we want to construct the function f plus g from these given functions f and g, and we construct it exactly as it's named. F plus g can be found by adding f of x plus g of x. So we know to add because in the name of the function, it tells us to add these functions together. So f of x is 2 minus 9x, and we're going to add the function g of x, negative 7x plus 9, and we'll simplify by combining like terms. So if we combine our x's together, negative 9x and negative 7x, those combine together to be negative 16x. And we'll combine 2 and 9 to become 11. So the function f plus g is negative 16x plus 11. And then we also want to state the domain of this function that we've constructed. In order to find the domain of this function, we need to know the domain of the original functions. So let's start with f of x. F of x is 2 minus 9x. And as we look at this function, it looks like it doesn't have any restrictions. And what I mean by that is that there are no variables in the denominator, no variables underneath a radical. And this function, more specifically, is a linear function, which is a type of polynomial function. And when you have a polynomial function, its domain is all real numbers. Polynomial functions have no restrictions on their domain. So that domain is all real numbers or negative infinity to infinity. And then we have the function g of x, just negative 7x plus 9. It looks very similar to f of x. There are no variables in the denominator, no variables underneath radicals. This is also a linear function, which is a polynomial function. The reason why I know it's linear is because our variable is raised to the first power. So now that I know the domain of g of x is negative infinity to infinity. Now that I know the domain of those individual functions, I can think about the domain of this function that I constructed. So when you construct a function, you have to consider those individual domains. I'm going to write out this notation. Let's say that we have domain of f plus g, and that is going to be the domain of f intersected with the domain of g. So we're only going to use the values in the domain that overlap. Well, in this example, both individual functions have a domain of all real numbers, and so they're going to overlap in all real numbers. So the domain of f plus g is also all real numbers, or negative infinity to infinity. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.